Vladimir Putin looking to put together an axis of autocrats as he met with China's President Xi Jinping. Now Iran is reportedly sending or apparently Russia, is reportedly sending an invite to Iran to join a security organization that's headed up by Russia and China. Let's bring in Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg, former National Security Advisor to Vice President Pence and a Fox News contributor. This is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It's been around for a couple of decades now. Right. It encompasses an enormous swath of territory: Russia, China, India, Pakistan, all of the stands in between as well. And now Iran wants to join this. I expect that it's probably seeking some cover from Russia and China in a way to get around European and U.S. sanctions.
Yeah, and John, thanks for having me. Look, I'm a little bit frustrated because we constantly react to these events that are happening right now. And instead of being proactive, at least in the Trump administration, we try to be proactive. And the reason why that's important is when you react to these things, you treat them as one-offs. So now we have this organization with two nuclear powers, the Russians and the Chinese, and with the Iranians joining on as well, and they're probably going to bleed off some type of nuclear technology, I would if I were them, from the Russians to the Chinese, and that will totally destabilize the Middle East, because I'm absolutely convinced that the Iranians are heading towards a nuclear breakout. And the second part of that is the fact that they've got the largest missile fleet in the Middle East, and that's what the Russians need, because they've got over 20 different variants of UAVs, and I'm sure they're going to be shipping those to the Russians because of the problems the Russians are having right now with the Ukrainians. Yeah. And I think, and the Chinese are probably sitting back going, this is a lot of fun to watch, because they're the ones that are really the preeminent partner in this whole organization.
You mentioned Ukraine, so let's bring it up. And I want to put up this graphic from the Institute for the Study of War, because this shows now that in the Kharkiv area, Ukrainian forces in their counterattack have pushed Russia all the way back to their borders. I mean, this is pretty significant. Do you believe that this will continue? Could they get Russia out of the Donbass region?
Well, I think what they've done is they really thinned the lines the Russians did up on the Kharkiv and the Izum area, because they wanted to move the forces they had up there down to the south, because they saw, much like you and I talked about a month and a half ago, that the real threat to them is the southern axis on the battle for Kherson. And the Ukrainians know that as well. If they can punch through Kherson in the south, then they can go towards Crimea, and they still want to get Crimea back. You know, President Zelensky just last month said, you know, the war started in 2014. The war started in Crimea. It will end in Crimea. Yeah. He intends to get it back.
So let me ask you this question. What do we expect from Vladimir Putin? I wrote down some ideas here. Does he respond? Does he sue for peace, redouble the ground war, commit more forces, or escalate to potentially the nuclear option that you and I so worriedly talked about when this thing first started?
Well, unless he starts to actually build up more forces out there and actually open up the ability to do that within Russia, he's going to have a major manpower problem, because his forces are really tired. They're kind of stretched out there. But we're kind of not pushing the envelope as well, and he kind of sees that. You know, even today there were reports out that we haven't really decided to make an extensive use of giving them more good weapons like the HIMARS, MLRS. We've kind of said, well, we don't want to be a party to expanding the conflict. And I keep thinking, that's crazy. We're already providing about 75% of the economic, humanitarian, and military aid. We're already a party to the conflict.
So real quick, which option do you think he might take, or none of those?
I think he's going to probably have to go in and start building up his manpower by engaging in basically bringing out conscripts, more and more forces. I think the nuclear option is still at the far end, but I will tell you, the Ukrainians, it's like the mongoose and the cobra. The mongoose is very agile, and I think the Ukrainians see this and they're going to react as fast as they can.
General, it's always great to talk to you.
Always good,
Thanks
John.
for coming in today.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.